So, I think the important question is, if you're watching this live, did you miss us? I mean, the answer is probably no, because, I mean, let's be honest, who the hell could miss these faces?
I mean, I missed us.
Well, that just explains a lot. Anyway, welcome back to Bay City Chronicles. We are, in theory, going to be finishing the Worlds Collide event tonight. This is going to be Chapter 13, or Issue 13 of Volume 5, Sanctuary City. This, in theory, should be the conclusion of the Worlds Collide event, unless something absolutely bat bleep crazy happens, and with this crew, you never know. Speaking of, it's been a while, so who are these crew? Well, this crew, first of all, we have Not Legal in Nebraska, Chameleon Ice. Not legal in Canada, Crimson Avix. Not legally allowed at Taco Bell, Norestra. Not legally allowed on camera, Dark Fowls. And
you can't see me, but I'm waving.
Yeah, and fighting for all the legality of this, OPT lawyer. I, of course, am your host /MC/GM/ whatever you want to call me, except late for dinner. I am TGE, and I hope everybody is having a wonderful Sunday.
Wait. First of all, why am I the only one that OPT can't defend?
This is for a question, actually.
Because based on what I know, the only person who fit the joke, who lives close to Canada, is you. I mean, I'm technically the closest, but I'm not going to run on myself.
You're in Canada. Come on.
I'm not in Canada there, eh? I'm definitely not in Canada. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I mean, and I'm sorry if I offended you, but I'm not from Canada.
To be fair, from my perspective, you're all in Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, from our perspective, you're like 2 feet away from a wall.
What are you talking about? Nora is the wall.
Oh, damn. Well, if that's what the GoFundMe's for, I'm down.
Oh, dear.
Now, the question is, am I down for building the wall or tearing it down? Well.
I mean, we tear it down every night. So.
We do. But anyway, again, welcome back to Bay City Chronicles. We left off basically in the middle of a big climactic battle in Blackheart Citadel, where half the people were fighting well, the other half the people were just sort of like, yeah, this is going to be a thing. And finally, there's a little bit of a portal opening the sky from where Lionheart leapt to the prime world that we came from, and is hopefully trying to bring back some reinforcements to stop whatever the hell is happening here, whether it be the terraforming or not. So we basically are going to be getting right back into the throes of battle here. But first things first, as I mentioned, this is Bay City Chronicles, Volume 5, Sanctuary City, Issue 13, Worlds Collide, Part 2. On the cover is the exact same symbol we've seen on the bottom right, now fully enlarged, as two different worlds collide into another. This time, however, instead of just lightly passing, they are fully in collision, with explosions echoing and rattling out throughout the space around them. Above them, a small portal opens, with an eye looking down upon it, wondering what will happen next. So we open the page, we turn the page, and we basically see the summary scene of when we last left. And that is sort of everybody around where we see them. This guy down here, just all kinds of messed up from claps and you know, yeah, he's not in a good way. We've got Malkier over here fighting our well-dressed, ponytailed, blonde kid, who, decent thing going on. We have got Anton and Lutra going 2-on-1 against Blackheart, and down here at the bottom we have got Kestrel and Seraphim going 2-on-1 against Jeremiah. Lionheart has again gone through to try and find Doctor Strange and whoever else is on the other side of the portal to bring in reinforcements to try and stop the terraforming. At the same time, the portal that is appearing over the top of the crystal itself is also starting to resonate deeper and deeper with a much more violet pall type of energy. It's getting deeper and deeper in energy as sort of, not entirely sure, but anyone can sort of make a perception check to notice that as the fighting persists, the crystal starts to get deeper and deeper with energy.
Do you want us to just do that now?
If you would like to, you certainly can. I'm not saying you have. So Lutra and Anton will definitely notice it. Kestra will notice it. Dark will not notice it. Raise your hand if you're surprised that Malkir failed a skill check.
Well, no, I didn't roll it yet.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, you're in presence.
Oh, you rolled
The wrong
presence.
one.
Okay.
Save that flub.
I saw dark fouls and the letter P, so I assumed it was a perception check.
Wait. So if he failed his presence check, does that mean he's not even there?
Kind
Means
of.
he can't have Christmas.
No. It means he doesn't get any presents this year.
You're all gonna make me run the Christmas special, aren't you?
I mean, we kind of did last year, didn't we?
Did I run a Christmas special?
I don't know. I just remember talking about wanting Christmas presents.
Oh, I have an idea for the Christmas special. Don't worry. Krim, if you would like to have Seraphim roll perception to notice the crystal getting a deeper, darker violet color, you are more than welcome to.
Seraphim knows what he's expecting, so he doesn't really care.
Okay, fair enough. Alrighty. So with that, the crystal again, each passing round of combat, the crystal is again getting deeper and deeper into this color. But we are now back to the top of this round, and Lutra, you are staring down the Blackheart, not the Blackhawk. That's just a shitty NHL team in Chicago. My bad. The Blackheart. And no, I don't mean anything by that if you're actually from Chicago or a Blackhawks fan. I'm a Bruins fan. Deal with it. Anyway, go ahead, Lutra. You're up.
Right. Twisher talk. Hi.
I was wondering.
Complete.
Yeah, like your lips are moving, but nothing's coming out of them.
So I forget, what's he affiliated or afflicted with right now? If anything, I don't remember. I honestly don't remember what I was doing with this guy.
You were not getting wrecked. Looking up, I don't see anything.
I think we were just going toe-to-toe with Blackheart.
Yeah, you're just going toe-to-toe with Blackheart. I don't see anything.
Well,
yet.
I crit my Otter Strike against him at some point, and he had a very low fortitude result.
Yeah, no, the Otter Strike was this guy.
Oh, that's right. He's out of it.
Yeah, basically.
Right. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, you
haven't
wrecked his world.
Right. We haven't actually got it. Okay. I'm slightly sort of remembering where we're at. Okay. So I'm staring Blackheart down. Okay.
Yes.
Well, heck, it worked so well the first time, so Lucha's going to wind up basically and just go at him with his fist for another Otter Strike.
You mean her?
Her, sorry, and doesn't matter because that sucked.
Yeah, that will not hit her. That will definitely not hit her. So you wind up, you go full on Donkey Kong and just miss the banana.
Mm-hmm. Just
everyone's.
If you were looking for banana joke on your bingo card.
I mean, you can see the corpse of the banana behind me.
Oh.
But hold on, I am going to kind of move a bit because after doing that, because stuff. So I'm going to move away a little bit.
You get stuff and reasons stuff.
Yeah, don't like being too grouped around people.
Okay, mascot number 2, aka Kestrel, you're up.
Alright, Kestrel's been going at this Jeremiah foe for a bit and not getting through because his skin seems to be like rock.
It does, and Kestrel's still kind of pissed because Jeremiah is basically claiming, "Hey, I killed your boy."
Yes, and so Kestrel's going to do one of his ultimate techniques. After striking this guy for a while, sort of. He's going to actually try to attack him with a devastating eye poke.
Finger poke of doom!
Basically, he's going to try to antagonize this guy. It's called like a taunt. Yeah, he's trying to taunt this guy.
It's called a taunt. Okay. So with
Are you taunting like this, or are you taunting like this?
Well, with a taunt, I believe, if memory serves me correctly, you get to roll deception.
That's correct.
To provoke, basically, as opposed to whatever the normal roll is for that, which I believe is intimidate.
Yeah, and Kestrel doesn't do intimidation, but he certainly does do deception.
He does.
So, yes, Fire Poke of Doom to get his attention off of the other guy who's probably going to hit him harder.
It was Seraphim? Probably.
Yeah.
Giant angel wings and stuff.
Let's see what we got. That is a 24.
Is a 24 versus his will. Or insight, whichever is higher, which in this case is a will save. Okay. I have to look up the exact specifics of that.
It says demoralize is what it does.
Okay. So demoralize in effect is basically a -2. Yeah, you can use intimidation. Yeah, -2 circumstance penalty on checks until the end of your next round. If there are 4 more degrees of success, this target is stable until the end of your next round. So basically, he's kind of like looking at you like, wait a minute, this little runt. I'm throwing him pillar to post, and his only thing is to stick his tongue out at me and wiggle his tail.
Again, I was trying to actually poke him in the eyes to get his attention.
Right.
But yeah, after doing that to demoralize him.
Disparaging and undermining confidence, yeah.
And basically, disparaging. Kestrel's actually going to kind of, hang back a bit after his, taunt. And actually kind of be more like this, and actually on the ceiling.
And actually on the ceiling. Okay. It is the Blackheart's turn, who, as much as she is all... as much as she is all kind of angry with Lutra, there is a giant armored SOB in front of her.
That's exactly why I got out of the way. Good luck, Anton!
Ring it?
So she looks around, and she just sort of looks... Well, I was going to potentially offer you a chance to stay in this new world of mine, but you unfortunately have decided to make poor decisions, which, from what I've read about you, is kind of your thing. So now you can regret those poor decisions and feed my crystal and my power. And she is going to have this black and blue and green energy sort of form around her hands and fire this thing at you. And she is attacking you with life force atrophy. And I'm going to miss because I rolled a 1.
That's the best you got?
I'm not sure if the mic picked up my neck cracking, but she cracks her neck in that same manner. Just goes, if you really want to push me, I will more than happily oblige. And seeing as she is a main antagonist, she comes equipped in the battle, which she's going to use to attack you again.
No!
With life force atrophy. I assume a 29 hits you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I am going to need a DC 24 Fortitude save. As even if you pass this, you still feel like she is trying to suck the energy out of you.
Nice.
You dead nut pass it. So there is definitely a good plan of, she is, you can just see her, her hand is out, and she's, pulling, like she's trying just to use the force of this magic to try and suck the life energy out of you. And then nothing happens because you're pretty much already dead inside. I mean, no, because you passed the fortitude save.
I mean, both are right.
Right?
Yeah.
He's had so many people inside of him, it's just
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to go back to this.
A bit.
We're going to go back to this guy. Let's see. Can he pass his fortitude save? No, because it was a 25 I remember needing.
Yeah.
Alrighty, moving on. Malkir.
That was a 13 too. Ouch.
So just to catch up where my dude is, Malkir has been slowly just embarrassing this guy by A, chopping off his ponytail, B, burning away some of his clothing, and now he's also second effect burn 2 TG. So you have to
Yep. The fact that you remembered secondary effect after like 3 weeks, I am thoroughly impressed.
I do keep notes.
But I thought they were on your computer.
Could be on this Roll20 page.
F's in chat for Dark's computer, by the way.
Oh, and it's a big F this time.
So before you even have a chance to really do anything, your scythe, the extra energy of your scythe comes around and just flares up, and he just collapses to basically a knee, and then just sort of like falls over because that is that's a lot of oomph there. So he out. I'm going to leave his token on the board. Just for body placement for things if they become necessary. But yeah, he gone.
Oh, he got him.
Nice.
And I don't that doesn't even count as my attack, right? Since it was
Yeah,
No, that was a secondary effect.
Yeah, that's not even your turn. How is just the start of your turn?
Yeah.
the ultimate kill steal.
Yeah. Also, I like to point out
that was attacking the entire.
Yeah, that wasn't a kill steal. That was yours. Although I did, as a GM, I learned a new term the other day. I was GMing a different game. I didn't know what the term "stand" meant, to stand somebody. And I learned that because one of my players referenced it. Do you all know what to stand means?
STAN?
Yes.
No.
It is a portmanteau of the word stock and fan.
Yeah?
Yep. And it means exactly what you think it does.
I'm only thinking of like gun fan, like fanning the stock when you're like firing with the 6
No,
shooter.
no, stock as in to stalk somebody.
Stop.
Oh! Okay, so like a fanboy.
Yes, but the creepy kind who follows you everywhere.
Gotcha.
So like a fanboy.
But the creepier kind that follows you everywhere.
So, a fanboy.
Like cable
So
guy.
does that actually give new meaning to Eminem's song "Stan"?
Maybe? I don't know.
Because that's exactly what that song's about.
Then yes, it does.
And this
so
has
yeah.
gone off the rails.
This has, but I felt the need because somebody brought it up in a thing, and I had to Urban Dictionary it. I had to Google it to figure out what it meant. And the funny thing is, and I know I'm getting off topic here, Mark's turn, it was in reference to a supporting cast character that was made for a backstory of one of the characters. It was an old woman named Agnes who worked at the mom and pop diner that this character worked at. And both two people at the same time, I stan Agnes, and I'm like, what the hell does that even mean? Yep, that's what it means. Anyway, Dark, now that we've killed the guy with the ponytail, or at least felt him, what are you doing?
So, since there's really no one close to Milk here, there's no one that really has his attention at the moment, I am going to kind of like go to his command man. I'm going to start charging him for a large-scale fire attack. I'm going to pass my turn.
All right, so in mechanical terms, we're aiming. All right, he down. Anton! This lady just twice tried to suck away your life force. Didn't succeed.
Well, my turn. So Anton's going to form a hammer. You knew it was coming.
I mean, what's old is new, right?
Actually, no, I don't have a hammer in here. We'll actually use the sword.
I mean, the sword can be basically the same concept as the hammer.
I think we're going to use a sword here. This is a little bit more of a sword fight here.
Okay. I mean, Anton at one point was King Arthur.
It looks pretty good.
It does look pretty good. That will hit her by 2 tiers, no less. So that makes that a DC 29.
Of course.
Of course. As you go to swing at her, and your shot, you have the spirit of King Arthur in your body. So you know sword fighting. You know that this shot is ringing true. Like, you know you're good. Like, you know there's no way she can maneuver out of the way in time. And you're right, she can't. but she's also a witch of considerable power. So at the last second, she just creates literally the smallest of shields that was right where you would stab her. And the sword, the nanotech sword, just bounces off. And she just gives you a little grin.
Let's dance.
I can do that. And she proceeds to hold out her hands to waltz.
I've always heard that we can dance if we want to.
And at that, Jeremiah is going to go, yes. And if you're the squirrel, you can leave your friends behind.
Right, because if your friends don't dance, and because your friends can't dance, and if they don't dance, well, then they're no friends of mine.
Lutra!
What?
Later!
Oh, right, sorry.
All right, who let the otter listen to the 80s mix?
Oh, I found it in the chat one day.
Yeah, and then you just go, see? He gets it. I like him. Although I'd like him better crispy. And subtract 2 from this roll, but a little mini magma cannon spring up from the ground behind Lutra and fire as he is attacking you with flank eruption.
Oh, he's attacking Lutra? Oh, that jerk!
Hey! That doesn't hit even without the plus minus 2.
Yeah. Well, no. His entire thing is he's trying to piss Kestrel off again.
Oh,
I mean,
fair.
he's succeeding.
Isn't he, though? By the way, at that point, I am going to go ahead and give and trigger your something to prove complication. Because this is now the second time he's brought up memories of Bobby, and at this point, I'm pretty sure Kestrel kind of mad.
I mean, he saw him firing his friend, so... Okay, yeah.
Also, not sorry at all for the dancing quote. Great segue. What's also a great segue is there's a pissed off president who is about to go full crazy on this guy in a suit and tie. Seraphim, you're up.
On a suit and tie.
Jeremiah has a suit and tie on.
Oh, I know he has a suit and tie, but he's currently distracted by 2 Yeah, I'm not going to say that.
Oh,
Anthropomorphic.
it's the word.
Anthropomorphic mascots.
2 cool
2
dudes.
anthropomorphic animals. Anyway, no. He sees Anton going one-on-one with Blackheart and decides, well, she's taunting him. I'm going to have a little fun with her. So he'll probably scare the frick out of the dude in the suit anyway, because he starts levitating and spreads his wings out, and his wings catch fire. Light emits and goes into the sky, and then comes down right by Blackheart.
Oh, it's a burst area. Okay, so I have to make a dodge check off of that, unless it wasn't supposed to be a burst area.
Yes, it is burst area. It's also selective, so it does not go off. It does not hit Anton.
Alrighty, dodge check. Even with her evasion, that will still hit her. So she's going to take the full brunt of this. Because this is a new trick. Apparently, not new enough, because her magical shields are fortified.
Didn't that hit by 1 tier though? Because she only rolled a 17 against a 23.
But she has evasion, so it's technically a 22. So it would be just a straight hit as opposed to anything crazy happening to it. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's still singed, a little crazy, and now is firmly focused on you, which is probably good for everybody. As we swing back to the top of the round, 2 things are going to happen. The hole in the sky above the crystal is going to open a little more, and the crystal is going to turn another shade darker. Lutra, you just had a mini volcano shoot up right behind your tail. What do you do?
Scream really loudly. Ah! Sorry. What do I do? I'm kind of in between a lot of people. Alright, so Lucia's going to keep his attention on Blackheart. Because he looks behind him, sees Jeremiah, and sees like two people next to him, so.
Well, no, Seraphim's technically here.
Oh, he moved.
Oh,
Yeah, he flew up into the sky and landed next to her.
Oh, sorry. I thought. Okay, so anyway, so he sees this. So never mind.
No, I'm technically here. It's the
There,
first
okay.
area. I don't need to be right next to her.
Right, but he's not next to Jeremiah.
Oh, all right. So Lucha's going to run at him, jump up into the air, and come down with a barrage of punches and strikes. He's using descending Adornado and missing horribly. I've rolled 2 5s.
Not horribly, but still missing. You come down with this barrage of strikes, and he just holds up, as Kestrel put it, the semi-rock-hard skin, the obsidian left arm, and just basically holds it up and blocks the attack.
I'm going to use move by action and kind of roll away a little bit from him, so I'm not like directly in front of him after that.
Okay, alrighty, then we can do that.
Lucha just kind of looks like slightly perturbed.
And with that, it is everyone's favorite Speedy Squirrel's turn.
Alrighty. Ketchell's got to narrow his eyes at Jeremiah after that last talk. He's going to say, I'm not leaving anybody behind. And what he's going to do is Kestrel is going to use his full speed to zip around the room and more or less go into a drill spiral into Jeremiah.
Ooh.
And can I use a hero point to capitalize on that?
Well, let's see what happens first, and then we will go from there.
So basically like a full charge attack. I'm not sure exactly how we should roll
All
that
right, so
properly.
a charge attack. How a charge attack works is you roll a close attack, and the damage is based off of the rank of your speed that you're using.
Right?
If you hit, your opponent takes the full brunt of the attack, and you have to make a toughness save at half the rank of the attack because you're using yourself as a battering ram.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a close attack first.
Okay. And which is that? Is that just like a...
Do you have any just a close attack that you would punch?
I have my Sonic Claws attack, which is a close attack.
All right, so basically roll that.
Okay. So rolling this, and I don't add my speed, do I?
No. Your speed is what's your speed rank?
14.
Okay, so you go and you.
Let's see. Is that I rolled a? Can I use a hero point to do that again?
You certainly can.
Because this is kind of an important thing.
Yes. So go ahead and re-roll. Okay. So you zip, and you come spiraling into this. So a rank 14 attack is a DC 29. Half of that is a rank 7 attack, which is a DC 23. So Kestrel, you need to make a DC 23 toughness save, as Jeremiah has to make the DC 29.
This is going to hurt.
Yes, it is. But he will take a bruise and a daze. Other way around. You got the 29, he got the 23.
Wow, nice.
Whew.
So you zip around, and you're zipping around. There's a reason you were called Zippy at one point.
Yes, zipper. Yes.
So you come in and you go full on spiral drill squirrel square into his chest.
Let's see. I go through. Let's see.
Yeah.
Through.
Yeah, you hit him, and then you sort of You didn't know you could do this, but you kind of like phase through him a little bit. Speedsters can phase.
Yeah, it is true.
Mm-hmm. But you definitely get him full on in the chest, and he's like, as he was not expecting, giant or not giant, but that to happen. He was not expecting full on, basically squirrel screw attack.
How's that for running away?
Now, what were you attempting to do, Dark?
I will change my mind. I will let Kestrel finish.
Okay. So that is it. It is the Blackheart's turn, and her hands are still up, inviting you for a waltz, Anton. Do you take her up on her offer?
No.
Pity, pity, pity. You should have absolutely taken me up on my dance, because now I'll just have to make you dance my own way. And coming out of her hands are these two black and purple rings of energy, and they're basically shooting out towards you as she's attacking you with dark bindings. And no, she's not, because I seem to only roll ones.
Wow.
Oof.
Well, if I'm gonna roll like crap, this would be the battle to do it.
I'm just going to sit here and sip on the tea while you
let's check out this
make
guy.
a fool of yourself.
Nope, still not a 25. Malkir.
So now that Malkir is fully charged up, he has like a ball of just blue and green flame in his hand. He's gonna take Amber at the back of Iceheart's head and let
Okay. Who are you attacking?
the lady.
Okay. Move in and swing away.
Oh no, I'm gonna throw a fireball at the
Oh yeah, the fireball. Yes. So go ahead. You did. All right. So, do you have power attack?
I believe I do, but my sheet is on the other.
Okay. Nope, that's fine. I mean, you took the time to charge up. I'm pretty sure Malkir would have power attack. So,
I mean, if that's not going to hit, I'll use my hero point to roll.
It's a ranged burst area, so she actually has to make a dodge check for the rank. So let me do that. She will. I'm rolling like absolute crap. That's a 2. So yeah, she will get absolutely caught in this conflagration. Unfortunately, Anton, I need you to make a dodge check as well.
Figured.
Because that is a supercharged fireball and it is not so.
Oh, wait,
Okay,
wait. I know this one. Something about you can't start a fire without a spark, and even though we're just dancing in the dark.
Welcome to Worlds Collide Part 2, the musical. So Nora,
fire.
Yes, you and I, or Blackheart and Anton, both have to make DC 25 toughness saves.
Oh no!
We're hero pointing.
That's a bruise and a daze for her. Anton, why are your toughness so bad?
I don't know.
Hell.
You rolled a
Did you
2.
End to that though, right? Because of the hero point.
It's a 16, so it's better than the 11. So it's a bruise and a daze, just like the Blackheart. And Malkir is now like the little voice in Mortal Kombat. Or sorry, Anton is now like the little voice in Mortal Kombat says, Toasty! And speaking of Mr. Toasty, you're up.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you smell what smells like iron, blood, and burnt metal.
And it's way better than burnt fur.
It smells like morning.
Fuck.
So, while the nanotech is somewhat protecting Anton from the flames, but out of the flames, a spear is aimed directly at Blackheart's, well, what we assume would be heart.
Or Blackheart.
Yes.
Well, the good thing for you is a 24 will hit her. Let's see about this roll. Yeah, no, apparently I'm all of the bad roll, all the good rolls that I've been rolling the entire time we've been playing this game are all coming back to bite me now.
See, it's because I'm not on my computer, so now you're getting my rolls.
We'll go with that.
How much for a new computer for you? I'll be setting up a Patreon page soon enough for that. I need my rolls back. So yeah, you don't quite get her in the heart because we are a comic book and we're not going to kill wantonly. Cough, Malkier, cough. But you do. She manages to dodge a little bit, but you definitely scrape the side of her, and her power suit has been ripped a little bit. And yeah, we casually sort of turn the page in the comic panel because, well, again, comic panel. But at this point, Jeremiah is still reeling from literally just being. I can't believe I'm about to phrase this the way I am, but screwed in the chest by a squirrel. Corkscrewed, but still.
Yes.
I was thinking tornadoed, but I guess that works.
He just looks. Oh, I guess what needs to happen now, little squirrel, since you seem to have learned a few new tricks, is you need to stand still. And the ground around your feet starts getting very, very hot.
I'm flying.
The ground around where you would be flying above starts to get very, very hot. And then the magma that it creates, you're not entirely sure how this should work, but it does, shoots up from the ground with one molten, basically a whip, just lashes out at you as he is attacking with liquefaction point.
That sounds awful.
Hey, Lutra, new game. The floor is lava.
Oh! Wow. Yeah, that's...
The floor is lava. Does that hit?
That's a range attack, right? So that's a dodge roll?
No. That's just a ranged attack. It's specifically targeted. Does a 32 hit?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, I need you to make a dodge roll, as this is targeting dodge.
Okay. I have evasion. Does that count in this case?
Evasion does not count in this specific case because it is a burst area. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
Because this thing reaches out, and you are still a super speedy squirrel. So it definitely reaches out to try and grab you, but unfortunately you're not fast enough to avoid all of the heat, so now there is definitely the distinct odor of burnt squirrel fur in the air.
Oh.
Concerning?
Very much so. He attacked you with a rope of liquid magma. Yeah, there's going to be burnt squirrel fur.
Yes!
Mr. President.
Okay, I'm using a hero point, by the way.
Oh boy. Whenever Krim says I'm using a hero point, my heart just goes, well, this is about to be good, and I'm about to lose my crap.
So,
Stuff's getting wrapped.
Still having his wings extended, Seraphim launches Angelic Flame. But don't worry about that roll because he purposely fires it to hit behind Blackheart.
Okay. You hit the area. You need a 5 to hit the area.
So, obviously, she turns around to see it hit behind her. And then she turns around to probably taunt me, would be my guess.
Oh, absolutely. She just sort of looks, turns around.
And as she turns around, this is coming at her.
Yep. It's coming at her. It's not hitting her, but it's coming at her. So it definitely.
Well, there's the sucky roll benefiting. Wait, why is that only +3? That should not be a +3.
I was gonna say that was an 11.
Should it be a +13? Did you just fat finger away a 1?
No, hold on.
Also, real quick
on stream.
Yes. Say hi to the newest housemate.
Oh, hi, kitty.
Hi.
Mine was here, then she
What
left.
did I ever do to you?
Hi. Say hello to everybody. Hi. Hi.
So when we don't hear from TGE next week, we know what happened.
Yes, the cat ate. The cat ate. Yes, that is correct in chat. The true GM appeared.
He's the one pulling the strings.
Of course he is. He's a cat. And there's the cat now in the background. The tail. Just like, that's what I think of you. So
Anytime it wants to load.
That's fine. So while we are working on the new math, I just want to remind everybody, the big center insert here in the comic, that Bay City Chronicles is brought to you by Kestrel Crunchies. Now in new strawberry explosion flavor.
By the way, I put the graphic up on the screen.
Yes, Kestrel Crunchies. They're the burst of energy you need in the. Also, speaking of that, this would be a wonderful time to let people know that starting this month, the collaboration that we did with our friends over at Paradigm Podcast, or Paradigm Academy Podcast, their Masks podcast will be dropping here soon. As soon as we have the link to it, I will absolutely get that to you. But we did a couple of crossover things with them, and one of them was, of course, the ad for Kestrel Crunchies. So as soon as I know what episode that is in, I will absolutely let everybody know, so you can go ahead and listen to that and give our friends over at Paradigm Pod a follow there. So if you would like to do that, they are going to be over on Twitter at, let me find it. Where is it? They are at, it's right here. At Paradigm Pod 1, PARADIGM POD 1. So that's where you can find them on Twitter. As they count down to their launch, which is going to be November 13th. It's going to be this coming Wednesday for their launch. Of course, all new comics launch on Wednesdays. So go ahead and listen for that. And also coming up, we also did another crossover where they have one of their in-world characters interview different villains. And we did a crossover with Stage Fright from our Masks campaign, and a couple of the people here have heard that intro. So by all means, you definitely want to go and look into that as well. I'm not sure if it's going to be something they're going to be releasing as a free thing or if that's from their Patreon, but either way, go ahead and at least give our friends over at Paradigm Academy a follow. It was an absolute blast working with them, and we at least want you to hear some of the stuff we put out with that. Now that our ad's over, how is math?
Grim didn't select the right job.
Hold on. Yes, it should be a 13.
Okay,
Sorry.
a 24 will hit.
I was gonna say, there's no way I would just put a 3 on it.
No, I think you just fat fingered it, which I've done. Okay, that will definitely hit. All right, based on that, I'm going to apply that to the roll preemptively. Apparently, I'm still rolling like a champion. So she turns around to taunt you. And she goes to start yapping and just... So you'll shut her up for about 30 seconds before her magic manages to counteract your binding and rip it off. because the dice apparently are correcting themselves in some really sick manner, and they really shouldn't, but they are. Also, you guys can't see it, but in our group Discord, Nora has posted a gif of a dancing baboon, and it's extremely distracting.
She wanted to dance.
Again, we've hit the end of the round, and at this point, the crystal turns a shade darker, and anyone who noticed it before or was paying attention noticed that at this point it's nearly devoid of any color. The violet keeps getting darker and darker to the point where it's almost black. It's probably, in game mechanic terms, probably going to be about 2 more rounds before this thing is completely black. And you're not entirely sure what's going to happen there. At the same time, this hole, this hole that's forming out of the crystal, expands a little more now. And it's about this big.
So I'm going to jump in for a sec. I'm going to use one of my 2 hero points. So with the fire blast that Seraphim just tossed behind, I can't remember her name.
Blackheart.
Blackheart. I keep wanting to say Iceheart because I have too much Final Fantasy the 14. I'm going to set myself on fire to evaporate and come up out of his flame with my scythe and slash at her.
That we will allow because, honestly, it's a comic book and rule of cool. Right?
Right, plus hero point.
Exactly, plus hero point. You've noticed I've shifted Malkir up in the order now. So roll that beautiful side footage.
Bear with me while I fat finger my iPad because it's...
Well, I mean, I have numerous jokes, but again, comic book. All right, so normally that would be a miss, but between the fire, the distracting fire initially, her turning back to face Seraphim, and her basically trying to rip off that binding, I'm going to give her the -5 to defending her flank there, basically, because it makes narrative sense that she wouldn't be fully protecting that, which means a 19 will dead nut hit her. And again, rule of cool, this is kind of awesome, and I don't want it to be a complete technicality, and again, this is a really cool move. I kind of want it to do something. Now, if I roll like a champion, all bets are off, but... which I don't. So at this point, that is 2 bruises, and she is staggered there. So you come out, and you portal in behind her, and you... The gash that Anton put in her side, you find it. And you just, I'm not going to repeat what she says because, again, comic book, but we get one of those full word bubbles that's just symbols. I mean, it looks like the cat jumped on the keyboard when Wingdings was up. And she is, mechanically speaking, has taken 2 bruises and is staggered. Anyone who would be facing the crystal, which at this point, based on where it is, would only be Seraphim, can roll a perception check. Grim?
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Nope. Just wanted to make sure we saying something important here. Well, 15 is enough. 15's enough for this because it's a big-ass crystal. As Malkier takes a slice out of Blackheart, you can see for a second the crystal flutters with energy. The color doesn't change, but you can sort of see the energy inside ripple as he strikes her very, very hard. Lutra, you just heard a string of profanities that it would make even the sailors you worked with down on the docks blush.
So Lucha's going to turn towards Blackheart. He's going to see what's going on, and he's going to run as fast as he can directly towards her. And I'm using all-out attack. And I'm going the +5.
Okay, so -5 to your active defenses, +5 to this attack roll.
Otter Spear.
So that would be a 22.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately, still does not hit.
Well, then I'm going to use one of the last few hero points I've got left, and I'm going to reroll that.
This would be the time to do it. This is a very big battle. I'm not saying Judgment Day's playing in the background.
I rolled a 2!
You also rolled the wrong attack.
I did, you're right.
Oh my god! Convenient.
I like the other one better.
Right. That is an 18 crit, by the way.
That is an 18 crit, but the way I rule them in this game, because again, rule of cool, I want cool things to happen, is I only make you verify on a 16. Or if it's an 18, or if it's a crit like that and you for some reason don't hit because you're fighting against the super crazy dodgy speedster thing. But that will hit no matter what. So you basically come charging full speed, and for any wrestling fans in the room, goes full Goldberg on her. I'm not sure if next round we'll get a jackhammer, but we definitely got the spear. And, well, let me roll. So it's a toughness with a fortitude save after. Okay.
Right, so it's toughness, and then if I hit her at all, I believe she has this fortitude save.
All right, yeah, so it's yeah. So for note purpose, it's not secondary effect. It's
that's my bad. I actually put the wrong thing. What's that actually called?
Oh, it's called linked effect.
Right, linked effect. That's it.
Not to be confused with linked bow and arrow, which Nora won't find.
Ouch.
Yes, I apologize for all the inside jokes, but we're friends. We're gonna meme each other.
Yeah, that's ow.
It is. So with the effect of that crit, making that a 32 as opposed to a 27, which I'm assuming you want to do.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, which I'm assuming you want to do unless you want to add.
No.
So what's about to happen here is I'm going to lay the scene, and then I'm going to be ceding narrative control over because something crazy is about to happen. So you full-on charge at her. I mean, all of the pent-up anger and aggression that you've had between the Blitz and Phantasm and everything that's gone on, you rush at her full speed. I'm assuming probably a little bit of revenge for, you heard my friend Hunter, all of that.
Oh, yeah.
Full speed at her. And you go for the spear. But this is much more than a spear. This is a pounce. You shoulder block her. And you come at her so hard that she gets airborne. And she flies into the crystal. And she cracks the crystal.
Oh, gosh.
Oops.
And as she cracks this crystal, the energy stored within the crystal starts to seep out. At the same time as the portal above the crystal opens up. And at this point, I'm going to cede the floor because the next part of the story does not belong to me. Krim?
Okay, so as this energy starts to seep out, Seraphim obviously noticing this and knowing what horrible things can happen, quickly decides to call an audible because sending a crystal leaking energy through a portal to your world wouldn't be the smartest of ideas. So he quickly launches some of his energy to pick up every single one of you.
What?
And basically toss you through the portal back to your world.
No!
As every one of you is being sort of cast towards the portal, since it's directly over the top of the crystal, you don't even need to roll a perception check to see this. The energy from the crystal flows out and swallows Blackheart. The crystal then sort of collapses upon itself, and as each one of you are pulled through the portal, the crystal sort of becomes this little ball of energy and just basically becomes a shockwave that engulfs the portal itself and swallows it. The next thing you know, all four of you wake up in what seems to be Seattle, Washington.
Okay. So, during all of that, Lucha would be screaming, looking towards the President Seraphim and just screaming Gale instead.
And Kestrel's gonna be crazily trying to fly as fast as he can back through that portal before it closes, or until he's knocked unconscious by the force.
I
was going to say, you're all being thrown through the portal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when we wake up, like, where in Seattle, Washington would we be?
Well, based upon where Blackheart's sanctum was in Solstice, you're at the foot of the Space Needle.
So,
Did we win?
It looks. This looks like our world Space Needle, or
What? What happened? Where's Seraphim? Where's Black? What happened? Where are we now?
where are we?
Well, that Anton just points out that's the Space Needle, so we're in Seattle.
Oh,
Wait, so we're back home?
We're in a Seattle.
what's a Space Needle?
Seriously, Lucha.
What?
There's a restaurant up top. Y'all hungry?
Oh, no! What? Wait a minute! What happened?
We went through the portal.
I thought that wasn't the plan.
It wasn't.
Where is it? Where's the portal at now?
It's gone.
So Lucius kind of sits and stands up, and like his shoulder hurts badly right now after what he just did. He's like, oh gosh. Okay.
I think we won, but I don't know.
So at this point, you all in your communicators, you hear, Anton, Lutra, Malkir, Kestrel, status report.
Well, who's this?
It sounds like Dr. Casey to you, like you're Dr. Casey.
Dr. Casey? Thomas, Dr. Casey, is it you?
Hold up. What color shirt are you wearing, Dr. Casey?
Canary yellow.
Oh, thank God, it's you. Okay.
What do you mean it's me?
What happened? You guys literally just teleported from here to Seattle.
Yeah, you've been gone literally about 2 seconds.
Wait, what?
Wait, is that Jay?
Yeah, it's me.
We've been gone for like weeks.
Have we got a story to tell y'all?
This is bad. This is. I gotta go.
Lucha looks over to Kestrel. What's bad?
Yes.
We saved everything, apparently.
Kestrel zooms out of there.
Oh,
as fast as he can.
bye.
Dr. Casey, can you send the chat? Or it's a long way.
Yeah, could you all send the jet over here?
We
I
don't
can
need to deploy the fire.
Can you send the jet, please?
Yeah.
Valkyrie just kind of looks over at Anton and grins.
Yeah. I can send the chat.
Thanks. Just get in here. I can get us back.
So it is a fast jet, but it still takes probably a little bit for it to get there. It can't quite land like near the Space Needle because it's the Space Needle. It's kind of a tourist attraction, so you're going to have to go a little bit out of your way. But he does direct you to. You're not entirely sure how he has property in all of these cities, but he directs you to a large office building that he has named Emerald Tower.
Hey,
He has the
Anton.
Benjamins.
Anton, can you help me with something real quick?
Oh, what Lutra?
I think my shoulder's actually, dislocated. Could you help me with that?
I have just the thing. So Anton just takes the Anton device and just slaps it on Lutra's back.
Okay, thanks.
Give it a minute.
Yep.
It starts vibrating like it's one of those like vibrating salon things. Bzzz.
Shaken, not stirred.
Right.
Better?
An Ottertini?
Yeah, okay, that feels awful, but I think it's back. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
So the jet arrives at the roof of Emerald Tower. You have clearance. And it takes you back. It's autopilot, of course, because the only other person in there who knows how to fly the plane, one of them probably didn't want to go, and the other one flew it once for reasons and then is not getting back in the plane because scared of height.
I can fly the plane. Allegedly.
Autopilot sounds good.
Oh. I don't know how to turn the autopilot on anyway.
Valkyrie just like shakes his head and gets onto the plane and goes down and pulls out a book.
Actually, Lucha just goes, like, finds any place to lay down and just, like, conks to sleep for even just how long the ride is.
Anton's going to sit up in the cockpit and just kind of watch as we fly back.
Malkir has found his Sudoku book, I assume.
No, so Valkyrie doesn't do Sudoku anymore.
That does the crossword puzzle. It's just the same result.
No, we decided on the word searches.
All right, so it's probably 45 minutes to an hour of that flight because again, fast jet. So you make it back to your familiar roof in your familiar city and the familiar building that is Stormbreaker Technologies. Let me go ahead and find that frame because I haven't needed it.
Right?
Oh, hey. Hey, Lutra, look out the window. We're home.
Oh my goodness. So, once we touch down on the roof, Lucha just immediately kind of darts towards the inside.
Are Jay and Dr. Casey still in the lab running numbers, or have they gone out to meet them?
Well, Jay would have still been running numbers because he wants to figure out why nothing, as far as he knows, nothing happened.
No, fair enough. Dr. Casey is probably there as well then. So your only meeting party is a 13-year-old brown-haired boy?
Lucha just runs to and hugs tightly immediately.
Lutra, you've been gone like an hour and a half. Why let go!
Okay, we've been gone much longer. To us, anyway.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You've been gone. Like you went to the airstrip. You guys teleported, and then next thing we know, you appeared from there, and you were in Seattle.
So Lucha let's go, but like let's go with a hug, but kind of like has his hands on Hunter's shoulder still. It's like, no, we actually went to another world, and we were there for quite a long time. Well, I mean, okay, a couple of weeks, maybe, whatever. But and honestly, I wasn't really sure we were ever gonna get back.
Anton at this point is going to kind of walk by, headed towards Casey. We're going to download the Anton.
So he looks at you.
Follow behind Anton.
Yeah. Hunter looks at you and has this look on his face. You've seen it before. It's that look of he's not quite sure whether you're telling a story or if it's true. It's the same look he gave you the first time you came back and was talking about Gale and going to the future, that no one believes you story. He's got that same look on his face now. Like, I want to believe you, but there's just so many things about this that don't make sense.
He looks at him and says, look, I get it. That doesn't make sense. Trust me, I don't think it makes sense to me, but I think Anton's got a whole bunch of data from it. Just go ask him.
He has really no.
It's like he looks at him, just trust me, okay? It really happened, I promise. Please?
Well, last time you said this story and none of us believe you. I mean, look what happened, and I need. I'm so confused because I want to see proof that it's true. But
trust me. I think we have it.
I don't want to tell you no because I don't want you to do what you did last time, and I don't know what to do.
Lucha just hugs him again. It's okay.
All right, and we're going to smash cut to Casey's office. So, if you shift back to the very beginning of the moving into Solstice, the final scene we saw of Jay and Dr. Casey was of both of them in the office, each one on their own sort of keyboard, trying to calculate numbers, crunch numbers, and run data. Because it's basically, still that hasn't been that long, they're basically still doing that as Malkir and Anton walk in.
Would you like some help with the math?
How good are you at vector angles?
Well, how about you just take this, and Anton pops the device, the memory chip off, and says, here, download that and tell me what it gets you.
Wait. Anton, come here.
Yes, Jay?
Jay pulls out a wand and starts
hey, where are you?
He just waves it up and down, sort of like they do with the TSA at the airports and stuff like that.
I do not consent to a pat down.
Trust me, it could get a lot more invasive than this if I wanted it to.
Whoa, hey there.
As the GM, I forgot how much I loved Jay.
What happened when you guys teleported to Seattle?
Well, to start off with, we didn't go to Seattle first.
Unless your nanotech is messing up somehow, you are emitting an insane amount of dark fate energy.
Well, there was this whole battle with the crystal. I'm sure that had nothing to do with this.
You mean Salom's crystal?
Mm-hmm. It broke.
Broke how?
Lutra threw her into the crystal and it shattered. And Seraphim threw the... Let's start at the beginning. So Anton goes through and tells kind of the story of going through, meeting up with the more toned down Dr. Casey, the splitting up, fighting at the different cities, all the way to Seattle. So, yes, the otter threw her into the crystal, and the president, Seraphim, threw us through the portal as the crystal was shattered.
Shattered? Like, what happened when it shattered?
The portal grew, and he threw us through the portal. That was kind of...
I mean, what happened to the crystal?
We were in the portal. We don't know.
Oh, boy.
But we weren't going to be allowed to take the crystal with us, because the original plan was for us to bring the crystal here.
Who was going to bring the crystal here?
Well, it was going to be Malkir, Lutra, and Kestrel. And I was going to hold the portal. But,
And you said Seraphim devised this plan?
it was the plan we sent. Oh, no.
Oh no.
We sent someone from that dimension here to find Doctor Strange.
Oh no.
Who was that?
His name is Oliver.
No, his name was Lionheart.
Lionheart.
And at this point, Jay pulls out his cell phone. Steven, did Lionheart contact you? Okay. Apparently he was supposed to be coming here. Something about the crystal? No. It didn't make its way here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I trust that. What I don't trust is what happened. Because he's here, everyone else is here. The crystal did not make it. The crystal shattered. Yeah. Me too. Especially because the big guy here's emitting some of that energy now. No, you find. Well, I'm certain he's gonna find you, but apparently Seraphim had to push everyone through. So if that's the case, that can't bode well for them over there. But I'm more concerned with what they're going to be facing eventually. Yeah. Keep me informed. Thanks. And he just sort of hangs up. And he's like, oh, okay. No need to worry about that now. I'm sure Casey has some other debriefing he wants to go through with you guys. So take care. I got work to do. And he promptly leaves.
Does he go to like the main area?
Yeah.
Lucius kind of would see it. Like, oh, hi, Jay. Just give a wave.
Jay sort of gives him like a half salute, half wave, and just continues to walk out through the door, cycling through like different notes on his phone.
Okay, he's in that mode again. Okay, well. Maybe we'll hear
Hunter
about
looks
that
at you. To be fair, he's kind of always in that mode, isn't he?
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, man. My shoulder still hurts a bit.
Why does your shoulder hurt?
Well, I kind of rammed my shoulder first directly into Blackheart so hard she flew into the big crystal we were trying to bring back here.
Wait, you did what to my mother?
Right. She was attacking us, and, we were trying to get her crystal here, and instead of that happening, she, made some comments, and I was just really angry, and I ran at her, and I shoulder plowed her so hard she flew into her crystal, and it shattered.
The look on his face is one of shock and anger and insecurity, and he doesn't necessarily know how to react to what you just said.
Yeah.
And he doesn't say anything and just runs off, presumably up to the pen.
Right, I forgot that was actually his mother. Right. We're just gonna kind of let him be for now. Walk back towards Dr. Casey and them. Get her be like, "Hi, Doc."
Yeah, hold on. And you just hear furious typing, like you're used to hearing, in any room that Dr. Casey is in, just absolute furious levels of typing. He's like, you weren't kidding. I'm not entirely sure how you managed to collect almost 2 weeks worth of data and be gone for approximately 2 seconds, but it's definitely here. More importantly, though, he grabs the wand. Did Jay leave the wand?
Mm-hmm.
If what Jay said is true, I need to. Wow. Yeah, you're all reading that. And where's Kestrel? Smash cut.
Yay!
Where's Kestrel?
Kestrel has gone to the same gravesite where he met Bobby back in the alternate, checking where he knows Bobby was buried and seeing if he's still there. And odds are, I'm guessing that Bobby still is.
Yes, nothing has changed. This is the world you came from.
And so, yeah, Kestrel's going to spend a bit of time over there in a bit of mourning. He's going to do a flyby of Bobby's old house. See those old sites. And then he's actually going back towards the Stormbreaker building to perch atop the roof for a while. Like our good old-fashioned helipad.
Yeah. So he's just not talking to anyone for a while. He's just okay.
He's taking some time.
So we will go back to the office and be like, yeah, in case like, yeah, all three of you are radiating that same dark energy. I don't necessarily know what it means. I don't want to put you in containment, but I'm not sure if that's the way we should or shouldn't do it. And God knows we're only going to hear from Jay again when he wants us to hear from him.
That might be best.
So, speaking of Jay, where did he go?
Jay is heading out to the streets. To an alleyway. Surprise.
All right. What is he doing in this nondescript alleyway?
He is meeting with someone who has a packet from, well, on the outside, it just says SS.
Odd question, if I may interject, since Ketch was kind of perched on top of the building. Would he have seen Jay leaving the building and going towards this alleyway?
Oh, probably. I mean, Lutra knew that Jay was leaving because he sort of just left, so Kestrel would probably have seen him like walking out towards the middle of the city.
He might actually do a fly after Jay, considering that something about everything has not been sitting right with him. So yeah, he might tail Jay a little bit, honestly.
I mean, honestly, he wouldn't see anything other than Jay getting a package that says SS on it. He doesn't open them up or anything like that.
Gotcha.
Do you make yourself seen?
After, actually, Jay's probably met whoever he's meeting. Once Jay's done meeting with his person as he's coming out of the alley, Kestrel would be probably perched on like a street sign or something. And as Jay's coming out, he would say loud enough, "So did we solve the problem?"
Perhaps one, but did Lionheart come with you guys?
No. He went ahead, I think.
Obviously, he succeeded enough to where the portal was open long enough for you guys to make it through.
Yeah. Though I don't know what happened with Crystal or Blackheart, even if she's still alive, or that other guy.
Well, all I got was Lutra sort of launched her into the crystal. Did you see what happened to her after that?
No. I was really focused on other things. Everything was kind of crazy. Like, after the crystal went, like, kablam, like, we just were thrown into that portal and we couldn't even tell what was up. I don't even know if we did the right thing. Like, we weren't supposed to
Did you get wanded?
right?
Well, if you guys got thrown into the portal by Seraphim, chances are that he made that call for a reason. Problem is we now have no way of, unless we can find a way to open up a portal again to that area, we have no way of contacting him. But without the crystal there, it's going to be a lot harder for Steven to even be able to pinpoint that area to build a portal for.
Wait, did that Lionheart guy actually meet with Steve like he was supposed to?
I don't know. Steven hasn't seen him yet, so he hasn't met with him yet, but that's assuming that he's here.
Just bugs me. I don't know if we're done yet.
Were you wanted at all?
Were what?
I had to... When Anton gave Data at Dr. Casey's office. It was emitting a strange energy. So I wanted Anton, and he's giving off a dark fate magic. And I was wondering if it attached itself to all of you or just him.
You know what that is?
Did any of them inform you of the previous adventure they went on before with, Phantasm and, saving the world and all that?
Yeah, well, they talked about like getting taken over by some sort of like coins, I think, or something.
Yeah, well, the person they defeated controlled fate magic, which was a very strong magic.
Right, that Kismet person.
Yes. And this is the same type of energy. So the fact that I don't know where it came from is very concerning. So that's why I'm hoping Lionheart is here.
And that guy you were just meeting, was that about this situation?
He's just a messenger that gave me some documentation that might help us a little bit.
Jay? What do we... I don't know what to do next.
Unfortunately, until I figure out what all this is about, neither do I. But remember, this was just one piece. We still have people here who we need to worry about. It wasn't just alone.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. There's more to...
There's still people who, want to do what I came under the ruse of, and that is gather up all the mutants and document you guys and take away your rights.
And we can't let that...
I mean, absolutely not unless you want to live an imprisoned life.
That doesn't suit me. I'm too pretty for prison. I should get back to the guys.
I'll be back before too long.
Jay, do you think we can get back to where we went to? Out of the world?
If the crystal's really shattered, like you guys said, it's going to be hard for Steven to make a portal. It's going to be harder for him to pinpoint the location because there's a very good chance the crystal shattering sort of set that dimension off of its coordinates that he's used before. The key now would be to find Lionheart.
That sounds like a good goal. Alrighty. Keep us informed, okay?
Will do.
Ketchel gives a salute and zips back over to Stormbreaker to go back into the lobby.
It's the lobby.
Yay! I meant, sorry, the barracks, where people hang out.
Yeah. So they're not in the barracks, so you can pretty much assume they're in the good doctor's office, which
Roger.
they are. And you get in, and you are immediately wanded. So yeah, everybody, unless I'm informed otherwise, everybody is in fact giving off this dark fate magic. And Casey has this look of concern on his face.
So what exactly does that mean?
I may have forgotten to mention this. Lionheart's like Blackheart's kid too, I believe. Does that mean, is that bad?
Lucha immediately looks like slightly upset.
We forgot to mention that point, right?
You did. I may have been informed about that, but you did fail to mention it.
Wait a
It
second.
was a lot that happened in 2 seconds.
Look, you asked a question. What does this magic mean? The answer is I don't know. Remember what happened the last time we had somebody radiating fate magic?
So, if I'm getting this correct, it sounds like it might be smart for us to maybe see if we can try to find Lionheart. Because right now, he looks really suspicious. I didn't trust him in the first place. And finding him would kind of like make everything a lot clearer, I think.
Malkir kind of just nods in assent to Kestrel, because he was kind of thinking the same thing, that he didn't really trust Lionheart or Sir.
Yeah, the only problem with that, of course, is where do we start looking?
Well, if he was supposed to find that Stephen Strange, maybe we can start patrolling his area.
Maybe. As you guys are having this conversation, the AI just goes, you all might want to watch this, like, now, and turns all the screens to a news conference. At this news conference is who you all recognize as the president-elect, Andrew Vernon. And he walks out to this very, he has this very somber look in his eye. Although anyone who is sort of skilled at identifying things can see, even though he's trying to look somber, his eyes have almost a twinkle to them. And he goes up and begins his speech and just like, this is not the way that I had intended to really give my first speech about everything, but there have been certain events recently that definitely mean that this needs to be addressed. I know that all of you were looking to the skies, especially those of you in Bay City recently, for the launch of that wonderful weather satellite that was going to make all of the energy problems that we could have had, it would have made them all go away. And I know most of you know this by now, but there is there were some complications that ran into that, and unfortunately, the launch had some problems. And I know that it made it up successfully, but it then, as you well know, came rocketing back to the ground, and unfortunately landed in a fiery conflagration. And unfortunately, none of the brave souls who were there on that mission are with us anymore. But my office will be doing everything in their power to find out who is responsible for this, and to bring them to the justice that they deserve for committing such a heinous act. We ask that anybody at all with any information regarding these terrorists to please let your local authorities know, and they will get that information to me in my office, and we will take care of whoever they are, because that's just the beginning of what these terrorists, these freaks can do if they can bring down a space satellite. Imagine what they could do to you in your neighborhood. And he politely nods, no questions at this time, and just walks off the screen. And we turn to the last page of the comic. And it's just a full page spread. It's got it's an alley, an abandoned alley. Very nondescript. You can't really tell where it is or when it is, but it's there. And the first part of the page just has a dumpster in the alley, and you see just a pair of shoes. Like behind this alley, like there's a body there, and then the other page zooms in, and there is the battered and bruised form that everybody recognizes as Lionheart, just lying there, unconscious. So, thank you all very much for watching this issue of Bay City Chronicles. This does conclude the Worlds Collide event. That doesn't mean we are over with any of that by far, as you can plainly tell. But the event, I think, has been a success. So on behalf of our full crew here at Bay City Chronicles, that, of course, being Dark Falls, Chameleonites, Norestra, OPT Lawyer, and Crimson Addicts, I am TGE, saying everybody to have a wonderful weekend. And, of course, as always, keep hailing.